Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for another segment of The Beauty in You. I am so excited, as always, to interview all the beautiful women across the world, but this time we're in the USA. And so I know you're going to love this guest. She has so much to teach us. She taught me something new, something I had no idea about, and I'm happy I learned about it. We're going to talk about some self discovery and we're going to talk about face yoga, you guys. So I cannot wait for you to meet the one and only Anastasiia.
Hello.
Hello! How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for joining me this evening and just being a part of my self discovery journey with the beauty in you. I truly, truly appreciate it.
Sure. It's Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yay! So we're going to start the evening. I always like to start just talking about our self-discovery journey because I know you're a mother, you're an entrepreneur, you're making things happen. But just talk a little bit about your journey to self-discovery and how that came about.
So as you mentioned, it started at the motherhood. I have a 6 years old and I have 6 month old baby. Wow, I didn't realize it's like 6 and 6. And then about 3 years ago, a little bit more than 3 years ago, I discovered face yoga. And this is when my self discovery journey started. So I was surprised that I never heard about it before, and it totally made sense. We're like exercising our body, but we don't exercise our face. Why? So I was so curious. I wanted to discover, and then with face yoga, I started to learn so much about business, about personal growth, about connecting with other beautiful women. So it's kind of triggered, one puzzle triggered the other pieces. So it was really, really cool.
And that's normally how it starts. Like we start something new, and then once you really get into it, it's like, oh, I have this idea and I have this idea. But I had never heard of space yoga, and so I came across your Instagram, which is amazing, by the way,
Thank
and everything that you teach. Like I said, what is that? But it makes perfect sense because I always like to keep my face looking young, and I don't want any wrinkles. And it makes sense, like you said, we work out every other part of our body, but why are we not taking the time to work out our face?
Exactly. Yeah. All the workouts for some reason stop at our neck level. That's it. Like, what about the rest of the body, right? Our face is part of our body. It's part
Yeah,
of us.
absolutely. So, do you have like, what are some of your benefits? Like, what would you recommend to someone who's like, well, I just don't really understand face yoga. Like, what are the benefits of this?
So basically, face yoga is a workout for your face where we affect like the facial muscles and we work on toning, straightening them, lifting. And that's interesting that a lot of people come in to face yoga to reduce wrinkles, for some for like lifting their face. But with face yoga, I was able to discover also how to love myself more, how to invest time in yourself, how to boost confidence, because obviously with changing your appearance, you start liking your reflection in the mirror, and then I was like, so I'm looking good today. I don't need a makeup. I don't need to wear foundation because I used to wear foundation every single day, and now I don't even know when I wore it last time. And it feels great to have glowing, healthy skin, and you don't need anything to put on. It's wonderful.
Yeah, to definitely build that self confidence. I remember like one of your reels you did, you talk about like, the double chin, like how to get rid of the the double chin, and I hear like I want to like the chisel, and look at, and it's true. Like once you start doing something like face yoga, you're actually taking 5 to 10 minutes for yourself without even thinking about it. Something you can do in the morning or at night or just throughout the day, sitting like, oh, I can get some face exercises in, but you're actually taking that time for yourself. And then, once we see results, and that's with anything, once we start seeing results, we're like, oh, let
Mm-hmm.
me keep doing it.
Exactly, yeah. And when like the strangers made you compliments about the way you look, it was like, I like that, so I'll keep going. And there are so many benefits with face yoga. You can lift the second skin, reduce double chin, dark circles, bags under the eyes. You can lift the hooded eyelids, reduce puffiness, overall puffiness and under the eyes. Uh, what else? Lift the corners of the mouth, make yourself look happy,
All
and
the time.
with the time, gravitation and muscle, they are losing their tone and volume. So those corners start to looking down and sad, even though the person might not be sad, they may not be, feeling, um, some bad emotions like at the moment, but with the corners looking down, people are taking you as um as your sad person, like as you something is wrong. It's like, oh, what's wrong with you? I had clients like they were telling me that people around just thinking, they're always sad and they're not.
Because their face is just like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
muscles aren't worked to like, tighten them up and to get
Hmm.
them going the opposite way.
Yeah. We all want like a lift and open
Yep.
gravitation. It goes down and it closes because the aging process actually starts from our bones. We don't think about it because you only
No.
see the skin. The skin is the only thing that is visible for us, and we think that's the only thing it's age, but it's not.
Mm.
Our bones, like a skeleton, they are shrinking and they're changing their density, and they kind of go in closely inside. So that's how the shape of your face changes as well with age.
Yeah, and that's important to know. And also, one thing I did like too with your exercises is you
Mhm.
just did a video with your baby in your lap.
Yeah, that was a good one, right?
Oh my God! So you're showing like, yes, we're moms, entrepreneurs, but listen, you can get your exercises in with your baby on your lap. You can still do it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like once you learn the exercises by heart, you know all of the steps. You can do, there's some versions that you can do like hands free.
Mhm.
And you can combine them with other activities because we're all busy. We all know it's hard to find time. It's not like I have 3 hours to do, exercises today and tomorrow. 10 minutes a day, it's basically all you need because our facial muscles, they're tiny. They don't need like 2 hours of workout. They don't need something intensive. 10 minutes a day, it's enough. And we all have 10 minutes for sure.
Yeah, you make time for this. I make time for this because I like my face to look nice. So
Yeah, nice and glowing and shiny. It's
Mhm.
always the priority because if you look at the mirror and you don't like yourself, you're sad all day, even with your corners up, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's all about self love, self care, and just even loving who you are. And, you have to love who you are inside and out before you can get anyone else to love you the way you deserve to be loved. So, whether it's face yoga or working out in the gym or reading or whatever you do, we have to take that time for ourselves, like, regardless. Like, it's just very, very important.
For sure. If we don't love ourselves, how do we expect people around love us, right?
Hmm. Absolutely. If you're not smiling and you're around grumpy all the time and you can't expect to get any of that in return. So
Yeah, definitely.
So exciting. So as a coach, because I know you are a coach,
Hmm.
can you walk us through what it's like for a client to work with you? Like what to expect?
So I am having now like the new absolutely unique program that is not on the market. It's called like face yoga coaching. Uh,
Mhm.
look younger and sparkle with confidence. That's
There you go.
the name of it. It's a 6 months program with the individual life goals, where we work directly with your face, your needs, and it's fully customizable. So it's not like genetic information you find online,
Mhm.
because the problem with those YouTube videos or apps, you you can try like one or two exercises, but you need to have the certain system, because there is like levels of muscle activation. We have different muscle layers, and there are muscles that are over tired, like overused and tense, and there are muscles that are weak. So it's important to have like individual support and guidance not to do harm to your face, because there's so many different versions of all kind of exercises online, and uh, people get get distracted by what face yoga really is.
Mhm.
For example, like a couple days ago, I have like a fresh example. One of the ladies sent me a video of um, I don't know how it's called, but like it's supposed to make your jaw defined, and
Okay.
you have like sharp edges here.
Mhm.
And basically, what it does, you put some weird thing in your mouth, and then you go open and close.
Mhm.
It's supposed to bring more definition to your facial contour, but on the contrary, on the other side, we have most of people have those muscles. It's called the masseter muscle. They're overused and overtense. We use it for chewing out.
Really?
We use it every day, but no one ever talking about relaxing those muscles.
Mhm.
So by opening and closing, we actually put in more pressure, more tension to our muscles.
Mhm.
And this is dramatic, especially if people who have like a TMJ, they are grinding their teeth at night, or bruxism. So it's crucial for them not to do that, and
Right.
do it. They doing more harm than good, for sure, for their face. And when you start face yoga, you also need to go really carefully. You need to do slow or static movements, because
Mhm.
those kind of movements they call dynamic movements. And when you do them quickly, you can do those movements when your facial muscles are fully activated, when you know how the muscles are working on your face. When you can't just jump and do like some fast movements. It's not gonna You don't have full control over your muscles, because we don't use um, over half of our facial muscles.
Mhm.
So it's so important to do research and start like really carefully, because we have only one face, right?
Yes, we do. We got to take care of it.
Yeah, and we gotta take a good care of it, because if we just do some random things, left and right, who knows how it's gonna be looking.
Absolutely. And what I do like about what you mentioned with your coaching program that you're getting ready, that you have on the market, is that you take the time to educate. So
Exactly.
before you even get started with like just, hey, just do this exercise or do this exercise, to lift your eyelids or, to tighten up your jawline or get rid of that double chin, you're like, let me educate you on your face. Let me educate you on what these muscles are called and what they do, and then walk you through slowly on, our transformation. So I think that's good that you take that extra time to educate because it's important.
Yeah, I totally agree, because like I like myself, when I learn, I need to know why I'm learning it, what is behind, what are the consequences of doing it wrong, or like I don't want just to do random things or just do it just to do it.
Mhm.
I gotta know the science behind it, basically.
Yeah, it's important. We're adult learners too. We need to always know, well, why? Why am I doing this? And how is this any different? And I think it's a good alternative to like just going in and getting like the Botox and all of the quick fixes. I think this is a good
Hmm.
like natural way to show like we don't have to just go straight out there and spend all the money and put all those extra chemicals like in your face. There's a natural way to get those same results. Now maybe a little bit longer. It's not a quick fix, but there is a way to do that.
Exactly, yeah. And face yoga definitely takes more time than Botox.
Mhm.
But with the Botox, you basically need more and more with the time. And with face yoga, is the opposite. It's like a snowball effect. You start with the little steps, and then you activate muscle by muscle. And then once you have this muscle frame on your face, and your face is lifted, and then you just working on it like maintaining mode. You just do it for yourself, not that you need to do it every single day, like so much time. No, you take it slowly, you see the effect, you see it's working, and you just enjoying it, because it's investment in yourself, in your beauty and health of your face, because beauty is good, that we all want to be beautiful, but what about the health? There's so many other things to mention, like facial asymmetry. It's also like you cannot really fix it with Botox. With face yoga, there's some tricks you can do to improve facial asymmetry. We all have some kind of, some people have a little bit more, some people have a bit less,
Mhm.
but face yoga does help with that, and it relieves tension from the muscles. And face yoga also helped me to improve the posture and release tension from the neck muscle, because this is also super super important before starting any exercises, to check how's your posture,
Mm.
have tension or pain on the back of the neck,
I
because
do actually. Yes, I do. I have a lot of tension always here, and I'm like, am I stressed out? Like it's always in these pockets right here.
yeah, because our head is heavy, and especially
Like,
when you not watching the posture, or like looking at the phone like that,
yeah.
the computer like that, or reading a book, like holding a book
Yeah.
on the knees somewhere. That's all like causing the tech neck, and our neck muscle connect to occipitalis and connects to forehead. So when there is tension here, it shortens in size and pulls the other muscles. So then it causes horizontal lines on the forehead. Yeah. So it's everything super connected.
Yes. I didn't even think about that. Like, oh.
Yeah, and when people do Botox on the forehead, right? They freeze in the muscle. It's a quick fix. It looks nice, right?
Yeah.
We pretend we're happy. I mean, maybe some. I mean, some women do get happy, of course, because you look better.
Hmm.
But you don't solve the actual problem. You still have, tension on your neck. You're still slouching, and it's still causing the muscle to press on the forehead, and then on the eyes, and then it goes to the eyes, and then the
Hmm.
eyes have hooded eyelids, so it's all
Yeah.
slowly
Working its way down.
and our muscles on the face, they are different from our body muscles, the way they connect to each other. So basically on our body, muscles connect two-way to the bone. Let's say here the muscle connects to our shoulder, and then it goes to elbow, right? And when we want to move our bones, we just flex the muscle and the bone is moving. On the face, it's different. On the face, muscles are connecting one way to the bone and another way to the other muscles. So that's why the muscles are interconnecting and affecting each other a lot. That's why it's also important to work and activate all of the facial muscles, because working only on one area would be not efficient, would be not bringing the results. With the eyes, so many people starting like going into the eye exercises, but they don't realize that we need to work on the forehead, their temporalis muscle, their occipitalis muscle that needs to be straightened before. So there's so many things behind it, and it's important to do it correctly,
Yeah,
not to make any harm to your face.
absolutely. So, what is your favorite yoga face exercise? Could you show us?
Yeah, we can do let's do bye bye double chin, because we talk about it, right? Like the
Yeah.
exercise. So we start with a good posture. We want to bring our shoulders down, and we want to open the mouth and say the A sound. A.
Hey.
There are a few steps, so get ready. That was the first step. Then the second step, we want to wrap our lower lip inwards, like that. So we just want to push it in. If you can't hide it inside, you can help with your fingers, kind of like push it in from the corners. Uh-huh. Perfect. So we want to keep it in tightly in there. Then our fingers go on the side of our mouth here. We want to a little bit closer to the corners, because we want to press on the muscle connection here. Perfect. Yeah, and you just press it in and pushing the lower lip inwards, like that. And now we want to tilt our head back and start pushing our jaw outwards, like that.
I think.
Yep.
I think I did it.
And we want to stay in the pose for 30 seconds and to feel how the muscles are working. You will feel it under the chin, on your neck, and around the jawline, like that. Mm-hmm. Do you feel it here?
I do feel like in here and like everything.
And if you don't feel anything, because sometimes people are starting holding their chin down, so you basically want to tilt your head back and push the jaw outwards, like that. You should feel the jaw moving, basically. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Nice, made you so happy.
I know. See, I feel good. You guys have to jump on this space yoga. I'm telling you, it's something that, like I said, I didn't know anything about, and I'm like so interested in it. And of course, I always want my face to look nice and tight. So I definitely recommend it. As an entrepreneur and a mom, what would you give another mom entrepreneur? What advice would you give her when she's just starting out with doing something new?
An advice to someone who starts something new?
And they're a mom and they're trying to juggle it all.
I would say do not quit.
Yeah.
That's the hardest, because there's so many days when you're feeling down, when you have depressed, and you just you feel like there's nothing going on because you're trying so hard and it's not going the way you're thinking in your head. But just keep doing it, and and again, if you feel like it, because um, sometimes people start in a business, but they don't have their heart in it, so they don't feel um, that they love what they do, that there's something that bring them joy, happiness, that they are maybe make an impact on someone's life. So there is like so much difference between when you uh, do what you love and when you pretending that you do what you love.
Mm-hmm.
It does make a difference for sure. But if you do know that this is something that you want to do, just keep doing it. And um, throughout the journey, I met so many women who are entrepreneurs, and um, like the one thing I realized, if you do what you love, you cannot fail.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Mhm.
I really like what you said, like having the passion for it. Like sometimes we just do something just to do it, but you need to do it with your heart in it and doing it because you love and you have passion for it. Because if you don't and you're just doing it to do it, it does come across.
Yeah.
Like especially, with social media being, you have to have some type of social presence or like, putting your information out there. If you're just doing it just to do it and there's no passion, people can see that.
Yeah, can feel
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they can definitely feel it. So it's important to, do what you love. And I always try to say, like, one of the tips I give with my clients and my audience is allow yourself to feel. And
Yes.
that's on those days when you don't feel like it. Not that you're quitting, but you just don't feel like it. Like you mentally need a break from it. It's okay
Yeah.
to take like that mental pause. That whether it's a day, 2 days, 2 weeks, a month, it doesn't matter. Whatever you need, that's gonna allow yourself to reset and then go back to doing what you love. You have to take that time because if you just show up, show up, show up, and you're not feeling it all the time, it's gonna show. And then you'll get upset about like, why am I not getting the results and why am I not seeing this? Well, you're kind of overworking yourself, so you need to give yourself that break and that time to like. I have days where I'm like, I don't feel like it today, so I'm not going to do it. So and
Exactly.
then I come back to it. So
Exactly. If you're burned out, if you're
mhm,
overwhelmed, I had those moments too, but now I learned how to take it easier,
mhm,
not to rush and trying to accomplish 1 million things, even though I do have a lot of things to take care of,
mhm.
as we always do. But it's just about prioritization and taking time for yourself too, because people feel if you are out of the energy, if your battery is super low,
Mhm.
blinking.
They're just like looking out there, like, oh my god, what am I doing?
Exactly, especially if you're a coach, you want to have and working with people, right? So
Mhm.
you want to be able to give something to exchange good energy, and if you don't have it inside, how would you expect people working with you? So it's
Yeah, you have to definitely practice what you preach. Take some of that own advice and take those moments and breathe and it's gonna be there when you come back. But definitely, take that time for you. And I love what you're doing. You're building so much self confidence. You're teaching natural processes and you're showing women, which is part of my mission, which is just how to get back to you, like the woman you were before the chaos, before the kids, the job, before all of that. You're allowing women to have all of those tools with them and to just, really utilize them, even though they are busy. And that I'm all about simple. If I can do two things at once, I'm for it.
yeah, me too. I'm the same. Sometimes I do like the homework with my son, and I do exercises.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
We have to like, okay, how can I get this knocked out? Okay, cool. But you're showing women that it can be done and you're just glowing. I've watched since I started following you even till now. You've grown so much in your process in your journey and I love it. I love it so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm surprised because when I started, this the sparkle came up, So I really wanted to do it. It was so I was so enthusiastic about it. I was just so exploring all the options, different, learning different methods, that getting different like teacher certifications, and the sparkle is still there, even though it's been a while. So
That's the best. And you're still making growth. So keep that sparkle, keep going
you,
day by day, step by step. You're going to see the progress and just keep going. Before you know it, you're going to be like, oh my God, I remember when I first started. And yeah, like you're doing well,
thank you.
very, very well. So can you tell everyone where they can find you on social media, Instagram, website?
Sure, yeah. The Instagram is a holistic face gym with the underscore holistic underscore face gym, and that's where the most of content videos. I do have a Facebook as well, holistic face gym, so the same name. Yeah, and now I also do discovery calls. Those are free for someone to explore and to see if working together would be a good fit. So if someone is if you're interested, um, that's one of the options to explore more.
Yes, awesome. And I'm going to make sure too, I'm going to link everything. So guys, everything will be linked in YouTube underneath in the bio. So if you would like to get some face yoga going or get a free discovery call just to get some more education and find out what it is, I'm going to link that along with the Instagram so you can have great content and some awesome reels and some little sneak peek of, what you'll get when you work one-on-one. So I'll definitely make sure I do that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight for the Beauty and You. You've been amazing as always, and I'm going to keep following you on your beautiful journey because you are definitely on your way.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It was really a pleasure talking to you.
Always, always. I'm always here, one click away. You know it.
Yep.
All right. Well, I will talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Bye.